Good day, good day, good day, good day, good day. This is Mr. Anderson. Woo! That's how I'm gonna start this out. With woo! Because that's what it is. Protect your peace, y'all. Keep things simple. I'm really focusing on that myself, and I have been, but it is hard to really keeping stuff simple. I was just having a conversation with my son last night about stop overthinking things. When you go to the gym, it's leg day. What are you working on? Legs. You go to the gym the next day, it's upper body. What do you work on? Upper body. Go to the gym the next day, what you work on? You work on back, or work on cardio. You just want to do cardio. What all you do? You just do cardio exercise. You don't focus on nothing else but cardio. You don't focus on nothing else but legs. You don't focus on nothing else but arms. And then to break that down to make it easier, leg day. What you gonna do on leg day? Calves, buttocks, and hamstrings. Those three. That's it. You're not working on toes, pinky toe. You're not working on, you're just focusing on those three things. That's what we have to do in life. It's just keep it simple. Keep it simple. Focus on 3 or 4 things. Your work, your health, and your family. Just focus on those. Because the work is going to give you the money you need. That's going to help you pay your bills. You got to be consistent. And when I'm saying this, I'm actually doing this. Like I'm being forced to see things this way now. I'm being forced to align myself with things like this now. Because I'm pulling a trailer with old invoices, with old freight that I got to get off. I got to get that old freight out of my truck so I can pick up the next load and be better. So we really have to simplify things as much as we can, because if you do, you get all over the place, and we're looking for gratitude or a pat on the back for doing a good job, or we're looking for someone else to save us, or we're looking for, are we getting a what if, and what if I do this, what if I just keep it simple. Work your plan, finances, your job, finances. Go to work on time, show up, create, do your job. And that's one of my favorite books. Go in it the certain way. The certain way is doing it the best way. I had one of my drivers yesterday. We sat out for 2 hours talking. OG, triple OG, double OG driver's been in this industry, in the entertainment industry, for 30-something years, and he was telling me things that I was like, wow, I want to know this. And he was just simplifying. He's like, all I'm doing is doing my job. What I'm paid to do. I don't go in there trying to get starstruck or do all this other stuff. I do what I'm supposed to do. And they give me all these, pat me on the backs and give me extra money and doing all these things. And I'm like, for what? Because I'm doing my job. You have to put yourself on a certain level when you do your job, because that's what's going to benefit you in the long run. You know, we look for this gratitude or look for these awards and look for all this stuff. Just do your damn job to the best of your ability. Always learn, always grow, always be thankful for what you have. The accolades will come. I'd rather have the money than a pat on the back, personally, especially in my situation. But I mean, everybody always want extra, but just do your job. You practice those habits and doing it a certain way. That's how you get successful. That's how you learn. That's how you grow. Don't look for nothing. That's my favorite book. That my Bible says that. That's what it says. You know, go to work to gain knowledge and understanding. SI of self. It's the self-intelligence of what you need to know to make you grow to where you want to grow. Do that. Then that's going to fall back on your health. What is it health-wise? Number 2, that's your health. What do you need? My blood pressure's high. You know, it's not high. Well, it's high. It's not crazy, but it's right there above the minimum. I mean, it's right there at the line. So what do? I try to go to the gym. I meditate. I'm big in meditation. I meditate. Go sit in the sauna. You know, walk. Instead of going to the gym a couple days ago, I passed Opera Mills Mall every day. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go back to the mall and walk. I walked around the mall for an hour. I got almost 10,000 steps in, walking around the mall. You know, yeah, I would dip in the store and look and take my time, but I'm walking, I'm moving. That's helping my blood, my muscles. I don't have to go in the gym and just be working out hard like that all the time, especially I'm getting older and things don't work like they used to back in the day. So what I do, let me be smart. We got to be smart when it comes to that. The health. What else? Any other ways healthy? You know, going to church. If you go to church, mental health. You know, going to get your checkups, going to the doctor. You know, eating right. Keep cutting things out that you don't need. Your health. And your family or purpose. What's the purpose of all this? It's for me to be free. That's one of the things, one of my favorite books. I take some things from other books and add to my favorite book. But one of the things is the 7 whys. Ask yourself why 7 times. And it says, if I can remember, it says the first 3 whys, when you answer those, you're just going off of facts. The 3rd why, fourth why, you start getting into 4th and 5th why, you start getting into feelings. And then the 6th and 7th, you're really having to deeply think, and the emotional side of the why comes out. What are you trying to do? And I've tested this, and I asked a few people that, and they get mad. They start getting mad when they get towards the end of the why, because they don't know. When they get to the 5th or 6th, they're like, they don't know. And I was like, you need to think about that. You need to think about that, because it's hard for some people just to think that deep, because we never do. We're just trained on how to get up and go to work, get a job, get insurance. You see that? I see that. I mean, managing. I see some of these drivers that I have, and I'm like, man, come on now. This is why are you living like this? And that's what I'm talking to my son. It all starts in your room. We all are a product of our environment, and we talked about that. We're a product of our environment. It's up to you in which direction you want to take that environment and take that product. You want to take the product and stay there, or you want to take it and evolve it to a higher level and not let it get to you, and understand and grow and align yourself with your purpose and higher and stopping this source of incompletion in life that we get passed on generation after generation. That's why people say, the generational wealth. People want to stop the curse, the generational curse, and move forward. That's kind of where I'm feeling. That's where I want to be. I want to help put my foot down on that and help establish my children and give them something better. Because we all see what's going on in this country, in this world, and everything's getting more expensive. People are losing their jobs left and right. Like, you really have to be creative in doing things. You can't really rely on companies no more. I was told a story not too long ago about a guy being in a job for 21 years. 21 years. As a manager. 21 years. They offered him a position at another place with a higher salary, and kind of moving up with a higher salary, and he took it and got over there and failed the orientation. I was like, I didn't know you can fail an orientation, and they fired him. Like, dang. To me, that was a setup. And in my mind, looks at that as they were cutting costs, so they found a loophole to do it, and they found a way to do it. And I know people do that. I know companies do stuff like that. They need you when they need you, but then when they don't need you no more, or you're costing them more and they can pay somebody cheaper, it's all profit and loss. It's all business. It's all business. Because everybody's going to protect the personal, which is that's one of the reasons why I said, man, you can't say it's strictly business. It's nothing personal, strictly business. It's personal. It's all personal, because at the end of the day, I got to protect my job. That's personal. I got to protect my way of living. My 3,600 square foot house, or 5,000 square feet mansion that I have, or my 2026 brand new car I just bought, and my kid's going to college. So what am I going to do? I'm going to look for ways to get rid of somebody else. That's personal. And that's one of the reasons why I look at stuff differently, and I challenge everything. And I think that was a part that's where why I am where I am now, because I challenge everything. I'm not just a yes boy. I'm not just a yes man. No. Why? Why? And I was asked that. I was like, why you can't just say yes to me? Because that's not who I am. I'm going to question everything. Because if it don't make sense, it don't make sense. Make it make sense. We really have to get out of certain ways, because this world is changing around us every second. Money is changing around us every second. The environments are changing around us every second of the day. And a lot of this is just, for me, it's not frustration. It is frustration, but it's more of understanding and self-intelligence. World intelligence. We get in our minds and we get comfortable, and there's nothing wrong with getting comfortable. And it's nothing wrong with getting comfortable, because everybody's comfort is different. What do you want? And I'm not trying to force people to do anything, but be themselves and be true to who you are. And I think that's part of my problem. I carry that within me to want to help everybody. And when I've gotten burnt is doing that. And that's where I'm recalibrating. And the book said the best way to help somebody is help yourself. The best way to give people is to get rich. And people might hear that statement and be like, oh, that's selfish. No, it's not. Because I can't give you nothing if I don't have nothing. I was telling my son that last night. You want to help people, but you broke. How that work? The math ain't mathing. But if you got, and you cool, your savings account got money in it, your check account got money in it, your investment accounts got money in it, and somebody like, man, I really want to get this car. Dude, I got some extra money. I'll help you. I see you working. I see you trying. I see you doing something. Let me help you. Here's $1,000. Or here's $5,000. Here's $3,000. We can go buy you a nice little car for $3,000. If you ain't got it, what you gonna do? Talk? And I'm in a point in my life now where talk is cheap to me. Talk don't mean nothing. And I'm sticking to this. In that song, he said, I judge energy. I don't judge what you say. I look at your energy, your effort. What are you doing? What are you trying to do? And I know it's hard, and I know you sometimes you need to sit back. I'm doing that. Sitting back and just taking a step back, a couple steps back for a minute. But my energy and effort is always going to be there, but I'm using my energy and effort a lot smarter now. I don't have to get up and lift, when I go to work out, I don't have to try to max out it. I want to lift 300 pounds. I ain't got to do that. For what? I ain't trying to impress nobody. It's for longevity for me. I'm trying to be here as long as I can. I'm trying to be on this earth in this flesh as long as I can. So I have to think smarter and do things different. Like now, it's a waste management truck in front of me. Look how far I am from me moved. That's smart, because I'm not going to be on that. I don't want that trash smell on my... You got to be smart. You got to think of those things. You got to think, let me place myself in the right position. Let me put myself in a place where I can get out or I can grow. Let me take my knowledge and understanding from what I learned from these jobs to grow for myself and for my family. You have to position yourself. And that's why I tell these guys in my job, regardless of what goes on in this world or what goes on the outside or what you see on TV, we have to place our trucks in a certain place. We got to be where we're ready. Now, if the artist changes their mind and don't want to perform in the stadium, then that's on them. We're here. They got to pay us. I know y'all probably don't understand that. But anyway, it's chess. It's you have to know how to position your pieces to be in place for when the shit hits the fan. And you're prepared. You're somewhat prepared. You're there. You're doing what you need to do. And that's financially. You have your ducks in a row where if something happened, you got backup. Because the way this, COVID, all these things that's happening in this world and going to continually happen in this world, man, we got to have a backup. You have to have a plan B. C and a D sometimes. And that's one of the things I say. People talk money. My money is the root of evil. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Money can buy you what you need. Yeah, yes, it can. Money gives you freedom. That's a resource. But we look at it as something, just this, I don't know. It's just, we look at it as the wrong thing. It's a tool. I done talked about that a couple times. And I'm continuing to talk. Money is a tool. Money is that good hammer. Money is that good screwdriver. Money is that vacuum cleaner that you can use to clean somebody's house and get paid to do it. Money is knowing how to change a tire instead of paying somebody to do it. You can do it yourself because you're saving money. That's your effort. Money is getting out there and doing something that's going to help you save it so you can use that money for an emergency or education or nurturing or nutrients. That's what I meant to say, but nurturing too, nutrients, because you can buy the good food, you can buy the good, to buy the good thing that you need. You can put money away for a college fund. Money is education. It's a tool. So I know I went off the rail, but keep things simple. Keep things simple, y'all. Do leg day on leg day. Do upper body on upper body day. Do cardio on cardio. Don't just focus on those areas of life. Keep it simple. Work, health, and family. Keep that system aligned, and you'll be all right. I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep showing up. And I'm gonna keep trying to be my higher self, because I'm my brand. I'm my brand. Ain't nobody gonna do it for me. I gotta do it. This is Mr. Anderson. I approve this message, y'all.